Right, we've done it. That's one game down. One game down. Alright, cool. Cool. We'll go back to the screen. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I like it, Picasso. Let's see. What's my next film I was gonna play? Picasso, exactly. I think we'll do this one next. What's this one? Close this. This one. Let's play It Paints Me. Emphasis on the pain. Okay, this one's at full screen. Alright, cool. Can I alt enter it? Okay, perfect. Perfect! Change themes of depictions of violence, death, body horror, chronic illness, grief, and dysfunctional relationships. Oh, good. Practice like half an hour, so. Good, good. That was me, by the way. When I decided to come out as trans, I was like this. Transitions? Yes. That's what I was like. Oh, was that a text feed, one of these? So I tend to be pretty fast. Yeah, it's just that easy, exactly. Exactly, fellas. Every night I find myself alone in the studio, curtains drawn tight, my neat row of paints, palette and brushes in the same place in the drawer by the easel. Canvas points upon it sits, as always, unfinished. Maria? A half-painted face, frozen in silent song. It's a late out, as it is always when I wake in here. Maria? It's nowhere to be found. She's called Maria now. She must still be at the theatre, even when the curtains fall and the stage lights dim. The night is very young to its star sopranos. Tours wait outside her dressing room, rose in hand. Scores of her bright-colored admirers spinning through the halls, though she alone was mine. And now it's hers. This is a visual novel, by the way. If you can't tell. It's cold, bitterly cold tonight. But I still draw the curtains and open the windows wide. There's a stench in the room, deep and damp and sickly sweet, that I can't ever seem to be rid of. Besides that, the fumes from the linseed oil make my head spin. Like every night, I measure out my paints, arranging the small dabs of colour on my palette, from lightest to darkest. Titanium white and cadmium yellow to corpse brown and lamp black. I like corpse brown. Wipe my brush with oil and gently start mixing the pigments. Feels just a bit of magic, watching the swirl and mix from new colours from old. What's the colour spelled correctly, by the way? I will paint her face. Makes the tone as warm as her cheeks as I vision Maria's sweet face in my mind's eye. Her lips like roses, the graceful tone of her nose. Those eyes that glittered like stars under the candlelight. It's no use. I can't focus. Her features are blurred in my mind as the mess of oil and pigment smeared across the canvas. A sigh and scrape it off with a palette knife and mix a deep blend of black and red for the background set. I apply a paint with a generous dab of oil, but it seems I didn't have to. The canvas is still wet from the last sighting the night before. Must have painted and repainted the same background countless times. To say it's difficult to paint by lamplight Abuse no in sight is an understatement, of course, but lately, those nightly hours are the only time I find myself able to lift my brush. I stop every few strokes.
Spirits it hurts.
There's voice acting, apparently. It's spirits it hurts. I joked that the pain that forced me away from the tailor's shop meant I could finally return to my paintings at the very least. I was never any good at humour. Maria had sensed my words, my worries, consoled me, sweetly in her voice that could charm stone to life.
Oh, Sam, don't
Okay.
worry. I have roles lined up for months. Go ahead and paint. We can still live comfortably.
Did not realise I was going to be voice acting in this game. It hurt. A small part of it did. Beyond the physical, beyond the ailments, to seek her permission. To be unable to care for my darling the way I had when we were young, brimming with her talent but crushingly unknown. Oh, she had been. I was and still am nothing. But perhaps, finally, it would now be my turn to bring my vision to the world. If I didn't hurt so damn much. Time passes, I still managed to find more than a few strokes. A small patch of dark over an already wet canvas. No, it fell. Or perhaps time hasn't passed at all. The broken clock on the wall was just as much. Perhaps the secretary had lain still. The world outside still unchanging, and I, the only thing that moves. Have I moved? Is it repeating the same brushstrokes like a clockwork doll movement? I shiver and sigh. Perhaps sleep would be a better endeavour. Perhaps the next night will meet more success. I stand, set aside my paints and palette. I slowly move to shut the windows. I stop. There out in the front garden, barely lit by a street lamp, stands a figure that can only be Maria. She bids goodbye to another figure, and tall and broad-shouldered. Then she laughs. A beautiful laugh, a heartfelt laugh. Braces him before he makes his reluctant exit on a carriage stopped by a gate. For a moment, I don't know what to think. A friend, a co-star, perhaps the amiable tenor that she mentioned every now and then. I didn't see his face, but Maria's social circle's always been eclipsed my own. It must be, but why did he come to our home? Why would she laugh that way? In the garden, in the midst of walking to the front door, humming to herself, Maria so looks up. For a moment, her eyes go wide and blinks as if she's shaking herself from her daze. I distinctly step back from the windows. Perhaps it's guilt that made me do so. Maria's finally home, and oh, so I missed her so. How could the first thing I think of upon seeing my darling be the worst thoughts I could conjure? The first time in many nights, I feel just well enough to leave the studio. I'll prepare Maria a pot of her favourite chamomile tea. I'll listen as she tells me of the nights in the theatre, the thousand small anecdotes she never runs out of. Maybe, just maybe, ask her again to sit for a portrait for me, like she used to. The house feels larger than it used to. Perhaps I was shut in the studio too long. Still, how could I so quickly become a stranger to my own home? Memories are fuzzy. The years blur together like a wash of oil colours. My mother and I are carrying our sparse luggage. Stepping inside for the first time. My father, laughing, elbows on the breakfast table, chattering over something he'd read in paper. Then, silent hallways and empty rooms. Then myself welcoming my new bride to the solitary halls, hanging on newly taken portraits off the mantel. The walls are barren now. For the walls in the dark, leaving sickly trails of paint behind, tracing the places where I used to hang the paintings. Paintings I'd framed, the seaside landscape I'd painted on our honeymoon. Watercolour sketch of Maria that could hope to capture the sheen of her hair. The still life of candles and flowers that had withered because I took so long to finish. Even the paint of roses in the vase, the first gift I'd given to her.
I wanted to bring you some flowers, but I was afraid they would wilt before I saw you next.
You painted them. Oh, they're beautiful, Sam.
I'm just here thinking, where's the horror, mate? Where's the horror? Naked walls stare blankly at me. Confused, but with nowhere else to go, I continue for the house. As I walk, I pass the furniture my stepfather left me. Shelves and tables that always seemed so large and grand as a boy, now missing or mantled as thick in white linen. Remind me of corpses at the hospital table, lying dead still, covered in sheets. Second time corpse has been mentioned, by the way. Tried to call it, but phlegm blocks my throat. I cough long and drawn and wet, and then once more attempt to voice her name. Maria? It slips off my tongue like a serpent uncoiling. I'd always loved her name, so tender, sweet, and free fresh of harsh syllables. Maria? It was a name, like a precious fleur, painted in a soft strokes with a fine oil brush. It was the greatest joy in the world to join my name to hers. Silence fills the halls, a long, drawn-out silence, a held breath. Finally, my darling answers.
Sam. Is this a dream?
Hey, look, Beryl. I cough again after another long wet trail driven from my lips.
Is it a good dream, darling?
I don't know. It feels like a nightmare.
Gonna guess we're playing as a dead person.
An awful, wretched nightmare.
I look towards the sound of her voice, so musical, so lovely, even at the brink of tears. Don't cry, darling. I want to say this, but thick, syrupy liquid fills my throat. Spoilers. No matter what troubles you, I am here. She stands at the edge of the staircase, shaking a candlestick in hand. The steps are sticky and wet. I need to carefully, practically crawl, not to slip. No, that's just my theory, alright? My darling lifts the candle as I approach. In the dark of the house, its flickering flame almost blinds me. It's sticky and wet, who? I don't see expression on her face as she screams. Oh, look, it's the border.
Where are you, my darling?
It's the border they used in the Silent Hill 2 remake. Every word feels like a dagger punching my throat. I limp down each hall, leaving a trail of steps that feel damp and heavy, slick and wet. I try to door to our bedroom. No, Maria's bedroom. I start sleeping in space in the spare one. My coffin fits would wake her in the night. It was cold, so cold, alone, but my darling needed her rest. Oh god, here we go. The knob is thick and hard to twist. My hand slipping on the brass. Finally managed to push the door open. Yeah, I'm calling her Maria. Though it's completely dark when I peer inside, I know it's empty. No warmth, no flesh, no sound of sweet breath of him. I continue down the hall. I trudge, my steps heavy and wet, trying not to slip over the thick, slick surface.
Marie, what's wrong, darling?
Marie?
Please come out. I don't understand.
That's Maria. The dining room is empty, truly empty. The shelves where the china and silverware once were neatly stacked now gape hollow. The walnut table is covered in a thick white sheet. The matching set of chairs removed. I rest against the blanketed table. My hand leaves a ruddy smear against the sheet. There must be more paint, though it is hard to make it out in the dark. I needed spectacles for quite some time, but Maria had never liked the bookish type. I continue down the familiar, unfamiliar house. My steps strained and slow, my breath short, sticky and wet.
Marie, where are you? Oh, Marie, it hurts. Won't you come to me?
It's the whole game, Kelly, but it's not very long. It's not a long game. I hear the front door slam shut. It must be freezing cold out. Why is she going out to the garden? A treat treads to the sound of the vibrancy and carrying of the sticky wet floors, forgetting for just this moment at the pain that stabs and burns my flesh. I reach for the already damp doorknob.
Don't! Sam! Please!
To Sand Sunderland. Is that who we are?
I don't understand, darling. Have I done something to upset you?
Something like a loud thing. I thought an ugly sound came from my darling's lips, but her words.
I love you, Sam. I always will. But I can't bear to see you like this. Please. I beg of you. Return to where you came. You can't be here. I've moved on now.
Yeah, say. Student plan is dead.
What? Return where? Dearest, you
Sam's
aren't making any sense.
Undertale.
Moved on? I'm your husband, Marie. What on earth is there to move on from?
Yeah, it's
Please remember, Sam.
it paints me like one of the French girls. Yeah, one of these. Hang on. One of these is her. Yeah, like one of these. This kind of party, right? It's like the movie The Others. Spoilers for the movie The Others. But I doubt I'm ever gonna watch it.
You were ill. You were ill for a long, long time. And you never recovered.
I know I'm unwell, Marie. But you said we would still... Are you leaving me? Because I can't care for you anymore? Is that it?
Yeah, I look forward to the elusive one answer.
You left me. You're dead, Sam.
Yeah, say.
You've been dead for more than a year.
If this is a joke, darling, it's a cruel one. Do you want me dead? Is that it? Am I better off dead to you?
Nicole Kidman moves her kids to a house that's haunted. Twist is that the kids are dead, and they're ghosts. The ghosts of the real. Okay. I've seen a couple of things like that actually. I've seen a couple of things like that. It's not a very original idea, is it? A twist of thick, oily hands.
No! Don't come out! Please!
At the end of a sharp grasp, the dying grasp the knob closed, pushing the weight of her small frame against the weathered wood.
Don't come out!
Let go. Let go of the door. My hand sticking off its oily surface.
Forgive me, Marie. I can see that you don't want to speak to me right now. But whenever you do, whatever this is about, I'll be waiting in the studio.
I was ready when the others came. When it came out? Replaced by thick, wet footsteps through the hall, up the staircase, one trudging damp step at a time.
Spirits, it hurts.
Oh, 2001. Say.
It hurts. Oh, it hurts.
Second to a tall, sheet-covered object, the linen sliding off the grass by clumsy thick fingers. It's Marine's floor-length mirror. Are we gonna see ourselves?
No. Oh, no. No, 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 no!
This was some sort of flesh monster. So it fears you were scared as fuck that night. No, I know Twist now, so it's not gonna scare me anymore. Oh, it's like the beginning again, hey? The handle of the door turns behind me, slowly creaks open, the figure steps inside. It's me! He looks more. He steps with crooked motions against the floor, dragging his body along like a wet, wide brush as it's a swathes of red pool at his feet, watch him pull himself before the canvas.
Samuel.
Yeah, I don't get spooked. Absolutely not. He speaks my mother's voice, a tone that could swell the warmth of derision, command or dependency, pride or disappointment in a moment's notice.
Please, give up your suffering. Give up this. Come back to the earth with me.
As I'm too sick to hold my breath, I stab it into my flesh and fix it between my bones, and dip the bristles into his blood.
Sammy.
Yeah, this game's free, so it's just called It Paints Me. Yeah, it's free on Steam. He speaks my stepfather's voice without laughter or joy. The same cadence I imagine him taking his last breath, crimson stain his uniform, the dog tails cold around his neck.
Don't suffer anymore, Sam. You are nothing already. Forget your pain. Return to the void. with us.
My breath is drying. I plunge into his chest, wet with his oily breath.
Sam?
He speaks with my voice, hoarse and raspy and tired, so very tired.
This won't make you worthy of love. Not the world's, not Marie's, not your friends or peers or critics. Come back to our grave. End our suffering. You know I don't do this for love.
Clean my brush from the paint thinner. Knock out the jar as it spills across the drawer and onto the wet soaking floor. I dry bristles on my worn writing shirt and soak it into the thick white mucus of his tears. My words are only partly true, just his words are not fully wrong. In my rotten corpse, and the memory of what was once Sam will gain a thing from this soil. I paint the hours away, perhaps take no time at all. Clock the wall never turns, its hands suggesting that the world lies still. Seconds never pass, and I am the only thing that moves within it. It hurts, oh it hurts. Heavy syrupy tears flood my vision. Fill my throat and chest, choking me. Every my hands see the cracks in what's left of my brittle bones. He stares at me all the while, silent, still like a mirror. If I loved him, I would stop. I would crawl to the grave like he wishes. But I love this more than I love myself. I birth him from within me. As I create, so too am I born.
And he and I are beautiful.
Oh, that's pain. Is this Berserk? Ending 2. Self-portrait. Kind of a short game that might fit, say, Water Win World. Look at that. That's cool. That's cool. Neat. Neat. Alright. Please, thank you. So that's another game down. Another game down. Also Win World.